I didn't sleep that night. I just knew, not in my mind, but in my bones, that if he went to war, my father, already fragile, already fading, he would not come back, and I could not live with that truth. So, I sat in the dark and stared at the sword that had hung in our home for years. It was just a weapon before, but that night, it became a question. Could I carry its weight? Could I stand where he would have fallen? Could I become something new? Not because I was fearless, but because love demanded it. My eyes are full of tears, but I'm trying not to let them fall. Everyone sees me as the daughter who follows the rules, the girl who isn't meant for war. But tonight, I need to be someone who can protect the people I love, even if they don't understand why. I didn't change how I looked, but everything inside me was shifting. I wasn't leaving behind who I was. I was choosing who I had to become. This isn't about hiding, it's about stepping into a role no one gave me, but I know I was meant to take. I wrapped the sword slowly, like I'd been holding on to this moment for years. No one asked me to do this, but I couldn't wait for permission. My heart was already walking ahead of me. I left a note beside the altar, and with it, I left behind my name, and the girl I used to be. In that moment, I didn't feel brave. I just felt certain. I had no choice. I chose. As I stepped out into the cold night, I whispered his name in my heart. I wasn't running away from being a daughter. I was becoming one in the only way I knew how, by protecting the one who gave me life. I gave up my name, so he could keep his. I passed each room quietly. I didn't knock. I didn't say goodbye, because if I did, I wouldn't have the strength to leave. So, I stepped out into the night, not as their daughter anymore, but as someone willing to fight for the people who matter most to me. Every journey begins with small steps, even those that change your life. I've ridden through meadows, across rivers, chasing the wind and the swallows, but today is different. The road no longer ends in comfort. It leads to a test where my courage will be measured. The leather reins are worn, yet the path ahead is untamed and waiting to see if I am worthy. I feel my family's hope on my shoulders, my own promise and my horse's steady breath. No matter how far or how hard the road, my heart knows I must go. The sun rises, and so must I. Its golden light spills over my village, a farewell blessing for the road ahead. Each hoofbeat carries me from the life I've known, my mother's voice, the scent of steamed buns into the unknown beyond the mountains. Hardship or triumph, I cannot turn back. I ride with the wind at my sleeves, the sun on my face, and a heart that will not yield. The road is longer than I imagined. Each mile carries me further from home, and closer to the weight of my promise. The wind is colder here. The trees grow taller, their shadows stretching across my path like silent watchers. I think of my father, how his hands shook when he held a sword, and how he tried to hide it from me. That memory pushes me forward because I cannot let his honor fade. My horse's breath clouds in the air, and the sound of his hooves becomes my heartbeat. Sometimes I wonder if courage is really the absence of fear, or if it's just the choice to keep moving despite it. I pass farmers walking home, soldiers on patrol, and every face I see reminds me that my fate is now tied to theirs. The mountains ahead rise like great walls of stone. Somewhere beyond them is the camp, the place where I must prove myself. My legs ache, my back aches, but I do not slow. I promised myself I would ride until the sun sleeps, and so I will. By the time the camp comes into view, the sun has climbed high, and the air carries the sharp scent of dust and sweat. My heart beats faster, not from the ride, but from the weight of every step I am about to take. This place, this is where boys become soldiers, where honor is forged or broken. I feel the leather of the reins warm in my grip. My father's sword rests against my side, a silent reminder that I am not here for myself alone.